What you do behind closed doors with nobody else around and no cameras speaks a whole lot more about you than what you do when you're on camera, out in public, or on social media. So I just wanted to address a real short video about the Roadkill news that's out there about them closing down and not showing this or that. And, I just want to say that I wasn't a part of Roadkill at the end of it, when it was where it went to and it wasn't on YouTube anymore. But I didn't have all the names of the people, Dave and Steve, that ran Roadkill and did that stuff. I really didn't know who they were, and I didn't care. I watched Roadkill because it was who I was before there was ever a thing called YouTube. It wasn't even invented yet. I remember going to, man, I can't even remember them all, to be honest with you. This would have been, late 80s, early 90s. Just a time period, maybe up to the mid 90s. Go out and get, cars that would kind of will it run roadkill type of things before it was ever even a thing that people even talked about or heard about or try to start up a channel with it. I would go over and an hour away and buy an old ex-police car Diplomat, because it was loaded with performance parts for me. It had the cop wheels on it. It would have the sometimes a cast 4-barrel intake for me and a thermal quad or something. Just different things like that I could use. Maybe a workable transmission or V8, or maybe lucky both. A radiator? Who knows? But I think I still have someplace around 125 mile an hour speedometer from a cop car. Maybe I think I put my last complete set of cop wheels on my wife's old Ram Charger, 77 Ram Charger. But that's a lot of the stuff that I would do. Amazing. There was no camera. There was no platform to even post it on. I wouldn't have. Nobody would have. You just wouldn't think that would be something that people would want to view or see. And I remember my dad and I were a ways away, and I bought a cop car, and man, I had a big old fire underneath the hood. The whole thing was on fire. We got the fire out. I still managed to get it running and drive it home and made it home. But anyways, when I saw what they were doing, it brought me back to the time of my life, and I could relate. And that's how I saw it. I related to what the Roadkill episode were. I probably didn't drive 600 miles home, a will it run like that. I did go one time from York, Nebraska. I had about an 8-hour run home, so with a smashed up Junkyard bought 67 Cornet, leaky gas tank. That was kind of an adventure, but we made that home too. But that's who I was when there was no camera, no YouTube, no forums, or even when the forums were here, I wasn't a part of them. I wasn't even online, I don't think, till 2012 or 13, and I did nothing with it. I'm still not on Facebook. We do have a Facebook account so I can look at Marketplace, but don't try to get a hold of me via Facebook. It's not gonna happen. My phone to this day is a $10 track phone. I buy units for it. It's why I choose not to talk long on this. I just use it for texting now and then when somebody needs to get a hold of me, or I want to drop a line to somebody. If I make a short, I do use my wife's smartphone. She has one. But other than that, it's just, this is who I am, and that's who Roadkill was to me. People that are maybe 30 and under probably don't remember life without social media, YouTube, or anything of the sort. And there's always been a media platform where everything can be captured and shared. But I feel bad for you, Because maybe you don't know who you are without cameras and without social media. I know who I am. People that are my age know who they are. If you were wrenching and working on cars and doing things, and you were doing them with no footage, no pictures, no nothing, because it wasn't a shareable moment. It was life. Same way with rolling and brushing paint. Why would you brush it? Well, would you pay to have a professional spray it? Well, not that car. Okay, so if it's not worth spraying and paying the money to get it professionally done, why wouldn't you brush it or roll it? And I'll be honest with you, like, there's a lot of things that I do that my wife says, oh, you got to video that. I'm like, no, nobody wants to see this. This is just common life. And one of those moments was when I rolled that van hood. That's something that I just normally wouldn't, put on tape, or what do you guys call it now? You wouldn't video it and post it. But it's one of those things where you should post it. So I did. And how I did that was just me, of how I do it. Yeah, I'll just pour a little of this. It's kind of like how I cook. I don't measure nothing. A little of this, a little of that, and see how it turns out. And that's basically what I did on a video that I honestly thought that people would run away from and say, boy, you talk about a hack. You talk about this is redneck at its finest, but it's who I am. So I went ahead and taped that one, put it on there, and here it is. Crazy as it seems, it's by far the most popular video I've posted. I know shorts can bounce from anywhere from 500 views to 500,000 views on a short in 2 days. That's just what shorts are. But actual video where you actually put out 5, 10, 20 minutes, whatever, that's 325,000, or I don't know. Anyways, it's somewhere well over 300,000 views on that. And the amount of subscribers and the amount of likes and comments is just off the charts. And see, I wouldn't have believed that, and that's probably something I would not have videotaped. That's what Roadkill meant to me when I found it. Did I know who Dulcich and Freiberger and those people were? No, I did not. But I enjoyed the content because I don't do it so much anymore, the will it runs, in my personal life. But it reminded me of, 30, 35 years ago, of the things that I was doing and the things that I was participating in. And so I enjoyed watching it for that purpose. And now you got people, here's the other side of that coin. Now you got people who want a piece of that pie. Oh, it's popular? Then I need to include this on my channel. I'm going to run a channel. Will it run? Will it drive? And they try to take a mixture of some successful channels and they try to say, hey, I want my piece of the pie. Come watch me too. I guess for me, it wasn't a piece of a pie. It was ingenuine life. There was no cameras. There was nothing of that. That's just what I did and what some of you done, if you remember. But that's all I wanted to say about the Roadkill. That's what it meant to me. It's who I was. It's who I still am a bit. It's how I built a lot of race cars or hot rods. Hot rod's a better term. One just popped in my mind. I bought for $200. I bought an '85 Dodge Caravel with it was a gold car, ugly gold with a blue bumper on the back. I bought it from sitting in someone's backyard for $200, and I went to it was a 2.2 turbo. Went to the pet store, spent $3 and dropped the car 7/10, almost a full second and a quarter. $3 at a pet store. That was hot rodding to me. That car beat a lot of Fox body 5.0 Mustangs and cars that I did like that I would buy max everything out the door. We might spend $200 on it. $200 to buy the car and $200. I did it to a couple of the turbo cars, and I don't remember losing to a Fox body, because back then a lot of the Fox bodies were stock, and that stuff was fun to me. And that's who the 318 will run is, and that kind of ties into the name 318 will run. I guess this video turned out longer than I ever anticipated. Anyways, thanks Roadkill for your early episodes and the memories it brought back. And speaking of really who I am, who I was without cameras.